They are not subtracting the cured and the dead numbers, which brings us to love in the time of Corona. See, when it all boils down to it, when we see these people, when we see people pass like Chadwick Boseman, it comes down to love in the time of Corona, right? The media is an irresponsible loaded gun that tosses stuff out there without good research. That's Tanya Congress saying that, right? So look, love in the time of Corona. It's on Freeform channel, right? It's a romantic comedy. The first production using remote technology to film virtually. Production began June 29th, 2020. Premise: follows lives of people who are looking for love, sex, and connection during the COVID-19 pandemic while social distancing. That's the premise of the show, right? So when people are dying, love in the time of Corona, you just deal with your loved ones. A lot of people have broken up because of
Hulu too.
On Hulu, right? A lot of people are breaking up. They found that their relationship couldn't withstand that. When all you have is the love during the time of Corona, right? So let's break this down real quick, and we're gonna give you the average on this show. This is on Freeform and Hulu.
Right.
Love in the time of Corona. The technology, using the technology to shoot it virtually, that's a 10. Storyline through lines of the 4-episode series, that's a 7. Characters are a 7 because they're one couple for sure is a couple who is actually married, right? Film angles, actors positioning the camera so they can shoot it, then it's sent there to be edited up. That's an 8. Premise, that's a 7. Capture of love and relationships during a pandemic, that's a 10. I get out of 10. Drama within comedy romance, the drama within it, that's 10. The mean average on it for love in the time of Corona, what would you give love in the time of Corona?
It's a good show. I like how it's interesting. I love the different characters and stuff because it's just, there are multiple stories, right? So, kind of reminds me of, do you remember that show years ago? What is it, Love American Style?
Okay, yeah.
And every Friday it was a different episode with a different couple. So that's how this is, right? So, I agree with you. I would give it the same rating. I mean, it's interesting. The characters are interesting. Great acting.
So give a number.
Oh, I give it a 10. Because it's interesting.
Oh, you give it a 10.
You know I would give it a 10.
Why?
Because we're dealing with COVID-19 right now. And those characters are dealing with COVID-19. And I see some of the things that some of the different characters do that like we're doing, or I see other people doing it on social media. So it's like you can kind of relate.
It's almost interactive, and
it's
like
almost
it's
interactive.
now because it was shot in June 2000.
Right.
So anyway, the average mean from what I did: technology 10, storyline through line 7, characters 7, film angles positioned by the actors, the cameras 8, premise 7, capture of love relationships during a pandemic, that's a 10, drama within comedy romance 10. The average for me for love in the time of Corona is 8.4.
You know what we left out?
What's that?
And one of the reasons I gave it a 10 is I love how it is, the cast is diverse.
Okay.
You have multiple age groups. You have elderly, you have young, you have middle age. And again, they're all dealing with the China virus.
With the China virus, that's right.
So, I mean, it was nice. It's not just one age group. It's not just one group of people. It's just like you get to see the different storylines from just like from everybody, you know, all races, all ages. I mean, they did a really good job. Because when you watch it, you don't feel like you're alone, because it's like we're literally like just all in it together around the world, on this globe, on this earth, on this thing we call Earth.
On this rock, third rock from the sun.
We're all in it together, and they're dealing with the same stuff. So it's just funny, you know. You find yourself laughing. It's a lighthearted show.
Make sure you check out Love during the time of well, not COVID, but Corona, but it's COVID-19.
COVID-19.